Hi, Vanjet here, and I'm going to give you a little information on why you might want to do a craniosacral session long distance. See, with some of you, I've had the pleasure of having crossed paths personally and getting to know each other as the streams of the great river of life have joined for some time. As a traveling healer, which means I move from place to place a lot, I continuously move in my journey to various places and would be happy to connect with you through long distance craniosacral healing work. Probably, having had a hands on healing experience, you're wondering how this works. How would this happen without my actual physical presence? For those of you who are already familiar with the feeling of craniosacral sessions, you will find that the same feeling is present during distant work, and at times it's even stronger than the in-person sessions. Having done a great deal of distance work, invariably, the first long-distance craniosacral experience is that of a true miracle for the receiver. They find themselves in a deep healing state, as if I were physically there with them. In fact, those who had done in-person sessions sometimes find their response to the work to be stronger on distance, and even prefer to conduct sessions this way. Now, here are some reasons why you may want to consider doing craniosacral therapy on distance. You prefer staying in the familiar comfort of your own space. You have a physical disability preventing you from coming to the session, or you are simply too far away from the session location. You feel in any way self-conscious or inhibited in your expression in the presence of another person. Intense releases can take place during sessions, such as crying, trembling, shaking, screaming, moving dynamically through arms and legs. Or you like to rest in the meditative, undisturbed space after the session finishes to allow for the session to continue after the therapist's hands are taken off. See, as I'm working with you on distance, what are some of the signs that you are in the session? Let's see. Stuff in the way here. If you already had an exposure to craniosacral work, then you might experience some of these sensations or feelings, emotional and physiological shifts that you already know from our in-person sessions. For example, you might slowly drift out of active thinking and fall into a dreamlike meditative state of your awareness. You might notice changes in your breath, such as deep exhalations, very long inhalations, or long pauses in the breath. And as your nervous system shifts and rebalances, it might discharge a few jerks through arms and legs. The perception of your body weight might change, such as feeling very light, almost weightless, or the opposite, very heavy. The perception of the size of your body might change. You might feel tall like a giant or tiny as a baby. You might start getting various physical sensations such as pulsations, release of heat, something pricking, crawling, or streaming. All signs that the body has engaged in the self-healing process. You might begin to feel like inner openings or letting goes, see images, or hear sounds that have a special meaning in your healing process. Your usual perception of reality might slowly change as you're guided by the deep healing forces from within your subconscious. Now, how does working on distance, how does it work practically? And how do we set up time for sessions? And how long do they typically take? So these are the questions most people ask, so let me answer them. So prior to the session, we'll agree on the date and time, because you'll, of course, be able to schedule your appointment online. And at the beginning time of the session, I call you over the phone and we begin the check-in process. Well, if you don't want to do check-in over the phone, we can do through text, through Messenger, or through email. When I first started doing this, I did everything through email. Now, in the check-in process, you'll describe how you are doing at the moment and what might be coming up for you. I'll also ask you to state your intention for our session. And at that point, we can begin the session work. You'll lie down somewhere comfortably in a place where you feel safe, and will be undisturbed for 1 hour. The phone remains next to you, either in speaker mode, so that we can continue the dialogue as the energy work are happening, or a lot of people just really prefer just to hang the phone up. Now, during that time, if you continue to have the phone open, I'll just talk you through what's arising in my perception. We'll both be tuning in to what is present in your inner space. And when the session concludes, and I can feel that the healing process has commenced, that's become self-sustaining, so to speak. So the session is going to take approximately 45 minutes up to an hour. And then we'll follow by email or phone integration. And what that is so that it takes all the time that it feels right to rest and integrate or even continue the session. So when you feel ready to share your experience, send me an email, text, or arrange a phone call with a debrief of what the experiences was like for you. And after that, I will respond with what I had felt from our work. So the integration takes approximately 15 minutes, depending on what and how much is shared. See, the session expression exchange is an essential part of what our work is and is included in the price of the session. So how much is this investment in yourself? Well, the fee in US dollars is $150 per session. However, I rarely work on a session-by-session basis. There are various programs that I offer that will serve your needs, such as if you suffer from migraines or TMJ or any other painful conditions, as well as post-traumatic stress syndrome, severe stress and anxiety. If you want more information, just let me know and we can have that conversation. And fees are payable via PayPal, which can be done globally, online, or in credit, or Stripe. Or you can, if you book online, it's going to ask for your credit card information anyhow. So just do your online booking. So that's basically what these long distance sessions are all about. So if you want to know more information about what craniosacral is and a lot of the items or issues that it's addressed, then you can go to my site at VonDetBrenson.com and go to the page where it says services, and it'll give you a list of some of the things that we may be able to help you with. All right, I thank you. And again, you can go ahead and make your appointment online. There's a book me on my Facebook page at VonDetBrenson PA, and I look forward to talking with you.